If I had $500,000 to invest in a vacation rental at Deep Creek Lake, here is exactly how I would spend it, and more importantly, how I would think about it. This is one of the most common price points I work with, and I've helped multiple buyers successfully purchase investment properties in this range. The truth is, you can get a great property here if you're strategic about what you're buying. So let's dive in. Before we even look at properties, you have to get clear on your goal. Are you trying to maximize rental income? Do you want a second home that offsets costs? Or are you buying something lifestyle driven that you'll use a lot personally? Because those answers will completely change what I recommend. That said, if your goal is rental performance, and for most of my clients it is, I typically guide buyers towards single-family homes over townhomes or condos. They tend to rent better, they appeal to a wider audience, and they give you more flexibility long-term. At this price point, I'd be looking for a few key things. First is location, ideally within about 2 miles of Deep Creek Lake and close to Wisp Resort. That proximity really matters for bookings. Second, the interior. You want something that already feels relatively modern or at least clean and cohesive. If a property needs a full renovation, that $500,000 budget can disappear really quickly and delays your ability to start renting. Third, it has to photograph well. This is huge. Your listing photos are what drive clicks and bookings, and some homes just naturally perform better online. And then bonuses, things like a hot tub, outdoor space, or a strong existing rental history. Rental history in particular is incredibly valuable because you're not starting from scratch. You're inheriting bookings, reviews, and often repeat guests. Now personally, because I live here, I would lean towards a smaller, easier to maintain home that I could self-manage on Airbnb. But if you're buying as a second homeowner and you're not local, I almost always recommend working with a professional management company like Rayleigh Vacations. They help take a lot off your plate and keep things consistent. Let's talk about a property that I think fits the strategy really well and that hasn't even hit the market yet. 55 Daisy Drive did an extraordinary $80,000 in rental income in 2024 and $75,000 in 2025 as an Airbnb rental. It's being sold completely furnished and turnkey. It's on public water and sewer, so well and septic is just one less thing to worry about. It's all high-end and photographs really well, and it's centered around outdoor living with awesome vista views. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath on 1.28 acres built in 2023, and it's just a couple of minutes from Deep Creek Lake and Wisp Resort, which is really appealing to rental guests in both the winter and the summer. Given its incredible established rental history, high-end finishes, and location, this is an outstanding option for someone looking to build out their investment portfolio around this price point. The sellers are also completing a construction on a home with a nearly identical floor plan directly across the street and are willing to sell them together. investing, I would be very tempted to purchase a Villages of the Wisp townhome. I love them from a lifestyle perspective, especially if you're a skier. Ski in, ski out access is amazing, especially at this price point, and having lake access with kayak storage is a huge perk. Super minimal upkeep with an HOA is a bonus as well, plus some units come with lake views. They can feel a little dated, but with some upgrades, they have the potential to do really well as rentals. But you probably will never see the dollar for dollar return of a single family home. Deep Creek Village is also a nice option situated perfectly between the lake and Wisp. If you're curious about the details of these townhomes, make sure to check out my neighborhood guides linked in the video description below. If personal use is a priority and skiing is a go-to activity, these are very strong options, typically well under the $500K price point. Plus, Wisp Resort is a great attraction year-round. At $500,000, you're right in that sweet spot where you can get a property that performs well, but monitoring the market for the perfect listing and moving quickly when the right one does come on the market is key. Focus on location, choose something that's easy to bring to market, prioritize features that photograph well, and do not underestimate the value of existing rental history. If you can get those things right, you're setting yourself up not just for a great second home, but also for a property that actually works for you financially. If you're thinking about buying or selling at Deep Creek Lake and want help figuring out what makes sense for your goals, definitely reach out. I'm always happy to walk through options with you. And if you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe. I share a lot about Deep Creek Lake real estate, rentals, and what's actually working in this market right now. My name's Elizabeth Ware, and I'm with Really Realty. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one.